Hello, I'm Emma Howard and I'm joined by Dr. Sue Laurent, who's a consultant paediatrician at Barnet Hospital in Hertfordshire. Hello, Sue.
Hi, Emma.
I have a question here about potty training. So many parents get obsessed with this around a certain time. I know myself. This question is from somebody who has a 3-year-old daughter who's potty trained but insists on wearing a nappy for poos. Now, how can I get her to use the potty? So clearly her daughter's weeing in the loo or the potty beautifully. Poos are often a harder thing to get sorted.
They're often much harder, and the first thing to say is this is completely normal. It's a second step to get trained for doing poos. And so at the age of 3, I really wouldn't be panicking and I really wouldn't be making an issue out of it. And the most important thing is if she is doing a poo into a nappy, many children will actually say, "Can I have my nappy on now?" And you know, therefore, that they know that they need to do a poo.
So they're giving you the signs.
They're giving you the signs, but they just don't feel confident enough to go to the loo. Yes, or to go to a potty.
Big scary place.
It's a big scary place. So you can start by making it less scary, and most parents will already have tried this, but it's worth remembering to help them to get them to choose with you what they do. So for example, if they haven't got a potty that they like, you might go shopping for a potty that they really like that they're going to do their poos into.
Yeah, there's a great range these days.
There is. Then you can try just actually laying a nappy across the potty so that you say, rather than actually clipping it onto them and sticking it on or pulling it up, you just ask them to sit in the potty but with the nappy on it, because that sometimes makes them feel better. Make sure that if they're using a loo that they've got little steps to rest their feet on, so they haven't got dangly legs, because that's a bit more comfortable. And also that you've got a little inner loo seat to put on so they don't feel like they're going to fall through.
Yes, falling through is a big issue for some children,
yes,
isn't it?
And then the splash is an issue for some children. So putting a little bit of loo paper down first so it won't do a big splash when it comes up can often help.
So these are all psychological issues.
They're all psychological issues, and if you can help overcome some of these things, it really helps. And finally, just insist that if they are going to use a nappy, sometimes it's because they actually don't want to be distracted from what they're doing. So they might be watching the telly or playing a game or having a meal, and as long as they've got the nappy on, they can do a poo and take their time and do it wherever they want to. So I always say to parents, take your little one into the loo when they ask for their nappy and say, this is where you do your poos. You do your poos in the loo. It doesn't matter if it's not on the loo or on a potty, but in the loo. And that way it'll get them used to the idea that actually there are special places to do poos.
Yes, and set them up for the pattern for the rest of their lives.
Exactly, exactly.
Very good advice, Sue. Thank you very much. And if you have a similar problem, we hope we might have given you some help. But remember, it's always best to go and see your own doctor for medical advice. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with more health questions and answers.